Season 6 is feeding us with a lot of new episodes, and the next one is the episode 14, Grendiaper. So today we will discuss about what I believe will happen in the episode based on all the scenes and all the trailers which we have. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, you already know, because I will keep you updated with all the news about Miraculous, especially because a lot is happening as you can see. So now let's start discussing about the episode 14, Grendiaper. I hope this is how it's pronounced. And this is such a silly name. Why would you choose the name Grendiaper? But my favorite one still remains Dedicap. That will be forever my favorite title from all the episodes. But either way, these are the scenes from the TF1 teaser which was released on Sunday. And it was a really short teaser. I mean, all the TF1 teasers are only 10 seconds long. So we don't have much information about this episode. We don't even have a synopsis, which is really strange. This is the only teaser which we have and also another image, but we will discuss about it later. Let's start with these ones. This is obviously the akumatized villain, and it looks like a baby, but it's a really strange combination because it looks like a baby, but also like Ivan when he was akumatized into Stoneheart. But I know Ivan will not be akumatized because of obvious reasons. I mean, the Miraculous can't be akumatized in Season 6 now that they have the Miraculouses full-time. So this is a baby, maybe baby August. And in case you don't remember, because it's been a while, he's the one who has been akumatized in Season 2 into Giant Titan. So he could be akumatized again. He's throwing bombs, so that's basically his power. And besides that, he doesn't seem to have a really strong power or anything special. The design is okay-ish. Not the best, not the worst, but Illustrator was a lot better, in my opinion, as a villain compared to this one. Because in general, I don't really like villains which are simply strong, and that's basically their power. Strike Back, for example, is a good example in this, because he was strong, but he also had the power to strike back. But other villains like this one don't really make sense to me because you are just big. What's the power in this? To throw bombs, these are not lollipops, these are the things that baby use, but I don't know how to pronounce them in English, so I don't know how to say it. But you probably know what I want to say. Overall, the villain is a 6 out of 10 as a design and from what the power seems to be. But we need to remember that Chrysalis doesn't want the Miraculouses because that's not really her target. I mean, she wants the Miraculouses, wait, but she doesn't use the villains to get the Miraculouses. She uses the villains to find out more information about Ladybug and Cat Noir. And then in the future she will use all this information to make a great plan and steal the Miraculouses in her own way. So these villains don't need to be really strong or to do something significant. They simply need to help her find out more information about Ladybug and Cat Noir. For example, the Dark Castle was simply there for her to see if Marinette was at Alex's party or not. That's simply an example. Maybe she wants to test more theories. And that's why she's creating these villains, not to get the Miraculouses. We've already seen in some of the past episodes that she wants to gather as much information as possible. For example, in Illustrator, we've seen her at the table, spying on Marinette and Adrian. Maybe she's suspecting that Marinette is Ladybug. Besides that, in the episode Sublimation, there was a mysterious person spying on Ladybug and Cat Noir, and the whole scene with Sublime. And let me remember if in other episodes something similar happened. I don't believe so. Only in Illustrator, Sublimation, there was also a hint in the episode 10 that she suspects that Marinette wasn't at the party. I mean, she doesn't suspect, she knows. So maybe she's testing more and more of her theories until she's 100% sure that Marinette is Ladybug, or she finds out something really crucial which will help her get the Miraculouses at the end after she has enough information to make sure that her plan is going to work. Thomas Astruc, the creator of Miraculous, said on Twitter that each episode is a piece of puzzle and at the end it will all make sense. So basically, in each episode we are getting a hint or something significant happens, and then at the end it will all be connected and we will have the big reveal of Chrysalis' plan or Something really big is going to happen. If I remember well, he said that the last 3 episodes of season 6 need to be watched in order, which means that all the other episodes before these ones are only pieces of puzzles and it doesn't matter in which order you watch them. I heard some rumors that in this episode we are going to find out more information about Furry, which is the secret creature, not a creature, the secret villain, let's say, from the end of the episode Sleeping Siren during the post-credit scene. And if the order of the episodes is not relevant, then why would they make another episode about Furry? Because Sleeping Siren could have been the episode, 20, let's say. So after all, the order it's a bit relevant. And another thing which we kind of forgot because no one is talking about it is that in the episode 2, the illustrator, Marinette gave Alia a Quagatama, if I recall correctly how it's named. Yeah, it's a Quagatama. So Alia can access Marinette's memories. And this was obviously intentional because why would they create this scene? And if only the last 3 episodes are important to the plot, that scene obviously is very important and something could happen to Marinette in the finale or in one of the last episodes. Because as I said, only the last 3 ones need to be watched in order. Queen of the Dread Zone, Nemesis and Secret Protocol. But it's reversed. Secret Protocol first and then Nemesis is the last episode. And Nemesis means enemy. And their biggest enemy, it's obviously Chrysalis. From the episode 10 we know that she's suspecting Marinette that she could be Ladybug or that she's doing something shady because she was not there. There could mean at her home or at the party. Who knows? But she's suspecting Marinette and Marinette also gave Alia the Quagatama. There's a lot of hints in this season that something could happen to Marinette. She will not be akumatized in Lady Chaos because the order of the episode is not important, so this is already a very big hint that Marinette will not be akumatized only in an episode which is not even relevant. As I was saying, there are some rumors going around that in this episode, Grendiaper, we are going to find out who is Furry and their whole backstory. So maybe the order of the episodes has a meaning after all. And I'm really curious to find out more information because we keep getting a lot more questions, but not any answers. And we need answers about the secret organization, more about Furry, even Chrysalis, who she is, why she wants the Miraculouses. So there's a lot of questions need to be answered. And I'm really curious to see how the Miraculous universe will be expanded, because season 6 and also the Tokyo special expanded the universe a lot. And now we have so many things to discover, and I'm really excited. About the episode 14, I don't believe it is going to be Mark's episode, because Mark's episode is going to be the episode 8 Vampigami, from what I know. So this one could be about no one, maybe, because some of the other episodes were also about no one. For example, Revelator, it was about Marinette. Illustrator was again about no one specifically, not even Climatic Queen. So I don't believe that this episode is going to be centered about anyone, maybe about Mrs. Bustier or more about the bullies to find out more information about them and their backstories, or as everyone is saying, it will be about Furry, the new villain. To be honest, I would want this episode to be about Ray. Ray is the blonde bully, the taller one, which bullied Zoe in the episode 4 Daddy Cup during the post-credit scene. We know that he has a backstory with Zoe in New York and that they know each other, and he holds a secret against Zoe. So I would really like to know what that whole scene was about. I really don't want them to drag the story too much. I mean, if we got all these new storylines, all these new questions, I would like at least half of them to be answered in season 6 and not wait too much in season 7 or even 8. Talking about seasons, let's remember that Thomas Tastuk said that he has ideas for 12 seasons and then he said that he has ideas for 14. So we could potentially get 14 seasons. Also the Stellar Force special, which will have 3 seasons, which will be released in 2027. The Rio special, which will be released in the next year. The continuation of the New York special, which will be released in 2 years from now. So a lot of episodes are on their way, and let's support the show to get as many episodes as possible because the story could be really interesting. And in my opinion, Miraculous really started to get very interesting from season 6. Not that it wasn't before, it has always been my favorite show, but now I believe that everything is at a new level, a bigger one, the universe is getting more and more expanded, and overall the story is a lot better. Anyway, let's go back to the episode 14 because this is the main focus in this episode. This is the akumatized villain, it is obviously a baby, and in my opinion it will be August re-akumatized now into Grendiaper instead of Giant Titan. This is Ladybug in the episode. I love that it's happening during the night time because the nighttime episodes are always really interesting, and outside right now there are some big birds which keep making noises, so I really hope that they won't be heard on the recording because I'm kind of lazy to re-record. So yeah, I hope you didn't hear too much noise from outside. Anyway, I love that it's happening during the night time. I love the animation during the night in Miraculous the most. And what is happening during the night episodes? Mary Chat. So this could potentially be a Mary Chat episode, even though now it is kind of impossible. But we got some Ladrian moments in Mr. Agrest. So if Ladrian, which is the most boring ship, came back in one of the episodes, then Mary Chat could also come back. I would really love to see their dynamic now. Some past night episodes are Sandboy, which was amazing, Glaciator, which was a Mary Chat episode, again a really good one, Elation, which was also amazing, The Dark Owl, which was very good. What else? In season 2 there were a couple of night episodes, also Melee Dictator was during the night. So overall, the night episodes are always good, and I have high expectations for this one. A lot of people are saying that this is going to be a filler episode, but I have a feeling that we will be really surprised, and it will be really good. Everyone was saying the same thing about the episode Noi of season 6, the episode 16, which was the last one released, and after all it was a really good one. We found out more information about other characters. For example, we found out about the existence of Noi, who is Audrey's son, and no one expected this. So I'm not going to judge in advance this episode because I really have high expectations for it. All the episodes in season 6 till now have been amazing, so I'm not judging in advance. I really hope that this is a Mary Chat episode, even though it's not going to happen. In season 6, Adrenet is the main ship, but Elation from season 5, it's one of my top 10 favorite episodes from all the seasons, and I would really love another one, but we won't get it probably. Anyways, there's not much to say about these images because they gave us nothing with this teaser besides the design of the akumatized villain. So let's make some theories about Furry, because I told you a couple of times there are some theories going online that Furry will be the main character of this episode, and he's somehow connected to the bullies. We know from the episode Sleeping Siren that he told the bullies, or she, I'm not entirely sure if it's a he or a she, so we will call Furry them or by its name, Furry. Furry told the bullies something like there's no need for you to do that when they were discussing about going after other people to bully them. So who is this after all? That was a really random scene. The design looks a bit like Argos, but obviously it is not Argos. The voice sounded a bit like Kagami, but why would Kagami do all of this? The leakers, who kind of posted some information about the episode 14 in advance, and they were always right about what will happen in the episodes, they also leaked a lot of episodes in season 5, said that in the episode 14 Furry is going to be the main character, and that we will find out their powers, their motivations, and who is behind the mask. And the powers will basically change the whole storyline. That makes me really intrigued, because what could be the powers, and is this a Miraculous? Is this a what after all? I mean, we know that there are some other jewelries which are not Miraculouses, which have powers, for example the Prodigious from the Shanghai special, also Irupei from the episode Mr. Agrest, has a jewelry which gives her powers, but it is not a Miraculous, and we are going to find out more information about it in the Rio special. And there are some theories online that this is the frog Miraculous from another box, but I don't believe that this is a Miraculous. This is another jewelry which gives you powers, and a Kwami, which is probably not called a Kwami, but something specific to that jewelry. And I believe that Furry is a villain. Probably Furry is not working with Chrysalis, because Chrysalis seems like the type of person who works alone, even though we know she worked with Tomoe in the episode Yaxi Gozan. But I don't see her working with so many people. We know that there's a secret organization, so maybe this is Noe, because maybe in this episode we are going to find out that Noe is Furry, and then in the episode 16 we are going to find out more information about Noe. I mean, we already found out that information, so the order after all, it is relevant a bit. For some reason, Furry is giving me girl vibes. So I wouldn't say that Furry is a boy, because the voice seemed like a girl who is trying to make a deep voice for her to sound more manly. So in that way, no one would know who is behind the mask, even though we know about the quantum mask, so no one would know either way. But even for us to be confusing, and the voice sounded like Kagami, as I said. And Furry, in my opinion, is a villain who could be working for the secret organization, but not for Chrysalis. We know that the secret organization wants to ruin the reputation of Mrs. Bustier, so maybe Furry is recruiting people and they will make some kind of protest, but not a visible one. Maybe Furry will make the people that they are recruiting to create problems around Paris, or to make sure that Mrs. Bustier will have a downfall really soon. Because let's remember that, for example, Mrs. Bustier promised that everyone in school will be accepted, so maybe if they are creating problems in the school, everyone will see that Mrs. Bustier is not keeping her promises, and that Paris is not as good as she's claiming for it to be. I'm really scared for Mrs. Bustier because we know from the episode Noe that the secret organization is after her and they want to eliminate her somehow. So I hope everything will be okay at the end. The last thing is that Grendiaper is going to happen at an amusement park, so maybe that's why a kid is akumatized, because something happened at the amusement park. These are all the release dates for all the upcoming episodes of Season 6. Grendiaper, 12 November, even though it was supposed to be released on 16 November, but as you know already, TF1 releases the episodes 4 days in advance on TF1 Plus. So Vampigami is also released 4 days in advance on 19 November in French dub. After a couple of hours we will get it in English subtitles too, so we will understand everything that is happening. And then we have the English dub of the episodes Reckless Driver and Yaxi Gozan on 15 and 22 November respectively. Now I have some sad news for you. In December we are not going to get any new episodes, and this is because TF1 doesn't release the episodes around Christmas, and also Disney Channel USA posted their schedule for December and no new episodes are announced, so in December we are not even going to get the English dub for Grendiaper or Vampigami. In September, October and November we got a lot of Miraculous content, so it's okay for at least 1 month to be, let's say, chill. Because then, from January, we are going to get more episodes again. Thomas Astruc confirmed that from now on we won't have any big gaps between the episodes, but because it's Christmas and everyone is celebrating it, I mean almost everyone obviously depending on the culture, they have plans, or I don't know, they don't want to release episodes around Christmas because maybe there won't be such a big audience watching them. So after 19 November, after we will get the episode 8 Vampigami, we won't have any more episodes until January, probably the second half of January. But in December, we will officially get the announcement of the next Miraculous World special episode. And let's be shocked when they will announce that it will be the Brazil special, because everyone knows this already. But in December we will get this announcement. I'm very excited for the Rio special, for Season 6, for Season 7, which will be released in the next year. and from now on we won't have big gaps even between seasons. So a lot of Miraculous content is on its way. I'm very happy. So this is all for today. We discussed a lot. I don't even find my words anymore because I'm a bit tired. And this is all. Thank you so much for watching till the end. It means a lot if you are still here and you listened to my ramble. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe because I'll keep you updated with all the news about Miraculous, and I will see you soon.